I remember when the accident happened, I wasn't working there, but I was very interested to follow what the doses for the workers were and so forth. And waited for the reports to come out and started studying. And it's been a long time of studying. And I became acquainted with Ralph and his family. And I continued to study, and there were such strange things. Because there were lung counts taken, and because INEL did not have a procedure for translating the lung counts into a dose, the lung count reports results were then given to Oak Ridge because they had a procedure for translating the lung counts into a dose, which they did. And yet that report, which the workers were never supposed to see, but did get emailed to them kind of by accident, his first day's lung count wasn't in that report. That first day's lung count would have shown a 6 rem whole body dose over the annual limit. So it simply was excluded from what was sent to Oak Ridge. That was interesting. Ralph's lung count, his first day lung count, was the highest of the group. Brian's was the second. Ralph was the closest to the material. Each lung count INEL would give, the dose would get lower. Well, the intake would get lower and lower, each lung count that they gave. As I studied those lung counts, there were actually on error messages in the reports, peak search errors, and other error messages. Then BEA would claim this was no contamination. There was no intake, there was no contamination. And you had these error messages. And you have, if you start looking at them, all kinds of irregularities in the lung counts. And the reason for it was they were so contaminated that their normal way of manipulating the lung counts didn't get rid of the doses. The fact is, the software for the lung counts allow the operator to input gain factors, peak delete functions that are not documented in the lung counts. And the irregularities in the lung counts and the tweaking that went on are criminal. And basically NIOSH should never accept results from any site as being honest for the lung counts. That 6 rem was an underestimate based on his actual nasal swabs, which were over 4,000 ppm in a single nostril for just plutonium-239, not the americium. The fact is, they expected their lung counts would cheat successfully, and it wasn't happening smoothly because they were so contaminated. And the lung count process used by the Department of Energy allows the operator to tweak it, manipulate it, and lower the doses. That's why Ralph's whole body dose is far greater than 6 rem. It's far higher than the lung count showed. And BEA's final dose for Ralph was 102 millirem from that accident. It's 100 times too low. So you just ought to be aware of more of the dose fraud. It's real. Thank you.
Thank you.